What's going on, y'all? Worth Fabian, man. We are back with a video, man. We're doing a reaction to Surviving Epstein. Lisa Phillips opens up about grooming, power, and speaking her truth. So this is a long interview. We're gonna do like a 10-minute segment out of it. But today's virality and the conversation, the topic of conversation is how, you know, Trump kind of recoursed on releasing the details to the Epstein files, and a lot of people are assuming that his name is planted within those documents a few or several times. You know what I mean? So, hey, this is a hot topic. Do y'all think these Epstein files will get released? Yes or no? But let's go ahead and hop into this interview and see what this Lisa Phillips has to say in regards to speaking her truth. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel.
Your girl Tembi, and today I'm joined by Lisa Phillips, who is a former model who survived Jeffrey Epstein's global trafficking network. Today, she's stepping into the shade room to tell us a little bit more about her story from victim to voice and silence to leadership. Lisa, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm super excited.
Yes, I'm happy to have you here. All right, so give me a little bit about your background as a supermodel, the year 2000s. You're doing your thing, you're killing it, you're, ambitious, and you link up with one of your friends.
So like you said, I was a model in New York and I was living my dream. It's what I had always wanted to do since I was like 13 or 14 years old. You know, the 90s was that time when everyone wanted to be a model. And I just pursued that dream pretty hard after high school. I graduated high school in Belgium, actually.
Oh, wow.
My father was in the service. And I left Belgium and went straight to Miami Beach. It was like the heyday, late 90s. And started working my way up in the business. And I worked in South Africa for a while, and I worked in Greece and LA, and then I was like ready for New York. Moved to New York at the tail end of 1999. And then in early 2000, I had booked a really special job. It was the cover of a magazine and a spread with another model from my agency. And I was really excited about it. And we flew to Tortola in the British West Indies.
Fancy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just was a great time.
Yeah, we get it, man. What happened, though?
The other young model was just like, I have a friend who owns an island close by. We have a day off tomorrow.
What?
And, let's go hang out. And so we had talked to the crew, and they said it was okay. Ironically, it's kind of weird. They let us go, but we were able to leave for the day. So
tell me what the island was like itself and what the process even was to get you guys there.
Okay, so there was a boat that was sent for us. So we took the boat across from Tortola
Crazy work.
to Little St. John's.
Very discreet.
And so normal day
Come
on the
on,
island.
man.
It was very beautiful. We played in the water a little bit, in the ocean. There was like a trampoline in the ocean.
And keep in mind, she's probably only telling half of the truth here. Like, let's be honest. She's not going to be forthcoming with all the particulars. Like, let's keep it a bean.
And then, it was really cool. And then we went to the pool area, and there was like an older man there with some younger girls. I noticed they were all blonde. And the girl who brought me also was blonde. And we just, hung out and had a good time.
What's that got to do with anything?
Then we went to dinner, and we all sat at a table, and we had some really delicious food and enjoyed the evening. And that was the moment where I met Jeffrey Epstein.
So at this point, nothing seemed suspicious. It was just like, we're girls living our best lives. How cool. So at what point did that setting change for you?
Well, I mean, with older men and younger girls, this is something you see a lot in the modeling industry. It was prevalent back then. So, I mean, it's always like, it's kind of odd, but I didn't think anything of it.
This is why, like, it's a clown society to me. Why is this such a topic of conversation nowadays? You see a lot of old men with younger girls. That's been the case since the beginning of time. And I know some knucklehead in the comments, well, that doesn't make it okay. Well, why do women say that they're attracted to older men? But when a man is dating a younger woman, oh my God, that is so inappropriate. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. Like, somebody please clarify in the comment section. In today's modern age, they seem to put so much emphasis on the fact that, to make it seem like it's like some creeper type of status when women are naturally attracted to older men. They're the ones who are always saying we mature quicker. and men don't mature till later. So we like older men because they got their stuff together. Like, am I living in a clown world, or is it always this standard to where that's used against us as men in general? If you like a younger woman, but it's okay for them to be attracted to an older, mature man, right?
I certainly didn't think I was in any
Buffoonery.
danger or anything. I was just enjoying the time away from work, and so everything was fine the entire day up until the evening time, and then I went into like the quarters area where we were going to stay that night because they couldn't send us back to the other island until the morning.
Okay.
And so I was just hanging out with the other girl, just like on the bed and just talking and stuff. And that's when someone knocked on the door, and it was one of the other young girls from
the pool.
yeah,
Okay.
and from dinner. And she just said, "Jeffrey's ready for your massage." And so at that point, that was the first I had heard of a massage. I didn't know
Crazy
anything
work.
about this man that I met, except for that he was very charming and very nice, and he paid a lot of attention to me at dinner and asked me a lot of questions. And
What kind of questions did he ask you?
well, he was really good at getting kind of into my psyche, like where are you from, and what's your family life like, and what's your relationship with.
Yeah, it's called spitting game, baby girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he got into my psyche. No, he broke you down. He was just talking to talk. You know, of course, Epstein is a creeper, point blank, period. But, you know, there's always these buzz terms used to, like, make a man just be weird. Like, men that naturally know how to talk to women can just spit game. Like, oh, but he got into my psyche. It's like, what's she talking about? But looked like he wanted to add her to the agenda very quickly.
Your father, your siblings, and what are your dreams and aspirations, and all these questions that most men don't ask you.
Yeah.
You know, so most
Men
men
don't
talk about themselves mostly,
I don't know.
but this one was like honed in on like, who are you? And
Right.
I want to know more about you, and you're so interesting. And
So you're feeling special.
yeah, it was super, special to have this, older, interesting, definitely smart,
See, older, interesting, definitely smart. But now, see, she's defining those as attraction points. But earlier, she was saying it in a way that she was condemning him. Oh, he's an older man and he's around younger girls. Oh my God. Like, come on, we can read between the lines here. And for her to say a man's never talked to her in that manner, so you're telling me no man has ever tried to court you? It's just like a whole bunch of word salad.
man interested. But it was more like a mentor kind of thing.
Okay.
It wasn't like a playboy or, those type of vibes. And
That boy is sugar
as
daddy.
a child, I had grown up in Oxford, England.
Right.
And he found that really interesting.
Okay.
And then, I just felt really comfortable with him. I didn't really think that much of it. So now we're in the bedroom, and I was
comes
told
for
that I
the
have to do
massage.
this massage. And I said to the other girl, like, what's going on? And she was like, oh, well, Jeffrey kind of likes these massages.
Ah.
You just have to do it. And I just, I went back and forth with her a little bit on that, but I ended up, just agreeing and just going with her. And I left that room and walked over to his room.
Okay.
And we opened the door, we walked in, and he was naked on a massage table and, face down. And
What did you think at that moment when you walk into this room and you see him naked on the massage table? Like, what goes through your mind?
it was just like,
Yeah.
like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It was just, everything was really odd, but I didn't feel in any danger. I just thought, okay, maybe I have to do this creepy massage. Like, it hadn't shifted yet.
Okay.
So it was an actual massage.
Okay.
And, with real massage techniques. So it did start off as a massage.
Okay.
And then things shifted. And he went a little dark with the way that he was speaking to me and her, and asked weird questions.
Like what?
Your boyfriend, and
While you're
are you
giving
having
the massage.
Yes, like weird stuff, And I was at my early 20s. I wasn't a teenager, but I was in my early 20s, off the plane from Belgium. Like, I wasn't really aware of these types of.
So he can ask about your whole background, your upbringing, where you're from. But when he starts asking if you have a boyfriend, that's when it got dark. You know, it's like a lot of this is like, come on, man. You're a grown adult. You should be able to spot some red flags immediately, especially when you spotted them as soon as you arrived off the boat. But lo and behold, he made her feel special. He made her feel good, right? Let me stick around for more. Come on, man.
Things, but I mean, long story short, he abused me and the other girl that evening. And, you know, I just kind of ran out of there with her. And went
You
back
left
to
the island,
room
right?
And kind of just looked at the ceiling all night and was just like, what the f is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? And she didn't really have that many answers for me. I feel like.
Had she been there before, like through?
See, this is my thing. She doesn't immediately leave, right? This is where I can't really, like, I can have sympathy, but I can't empathize in the sense to where there are red flags, you don't act upon them. A lot of women put themselves in situations they don't budge after the fact. Oh my God. Like, and not to come down on her, but this is why you can see through these kind of interviews and understand that she enjoyed the money, she enjoyed the attention, whatever it was. But these stories tend to come out years later and oh my, he was grooming me. If you were put in an awkward situation immediately after the fact, you should have fled the island. Unless there was some type of restriction to where you couldn't leave. And then after that, you are being held against your will. These type of interviews are just to paint an additional narrative. Obviously, like I said, we know the virality of the topic of the Epstein files at the current moment, and it has been a moment or a talking point for a while now. But when I hear stories like this and like you play the victim all the time and it's like you had an opportunity to leave, you started to see where things were getting a little weird and you didn't act upon that. Hey, you were a grown adult and you made a grown adult choice.
Well, I didn't know at the time. She was maybe 22, like she was young too. And I mean, as we know now who Jeffrey is, this is kind of what he did.
Right.
But back then I just didn't really understand what was going on. I never blamed her. I just thought that I blamed myself and like, I'm in this situation, like, why did I come here and why did I agree to that? I just was scared.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I didn't really have anyone to protect me. And
so
it was just odd. It was an odd situation.
When you say like abused, like, do you feel comfortable? Like what was that exactly? Was it more mental? Was it physical? Was it sexual?
Rules, physical and sexual.
Okay.
Abuse.
Sound like consent. So obviously we're going to have additional stories. Like there have been a lot of women who have been forthcoming with the experiences they've had on Epstein Island and, you know, their encounters and things of that sort. But I'm at a point to where, like, if you're a grown adult, make grown adult choices. We can't have baby you and make you think that, oh, like, it's always a situation in which you have a choice, but you're afraid and you're scared. So you don't make a decision to leave. I don't get it, man. Comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts, man. That's what we will take away. I'll link to the original video down in the description. If y'all care to actually tune into the full interview, I'll link it there, man. Peace, love, prosperity. God bless. We'll see you on the next video.